Hi, listeners. My name is Keisha Pretty Lady Lewis. Many like to call me Pretty Lady. You can do that too. I'm the author of the book The Eyes I See Through. Go with me through many series to find out about the life of a girl named Kandy Jakes. I'll be reading this diary over a period of time. Feel free to tune in when you want to and just listen. Many think that they know what goes on in the average person's life. But what about seeing their life through the eyes of a black superwoman? Kandy Jakes is a mother of two, whose one dream in life was to have a happy family. She meets up with Lance, who shows her what family was all about. However, all her plans meet dead ends, and to make matters worse, the man of her dreams was withholding a secret that ruined their relationship. See, Kandy does some investigations on her own after finding some paperwork that resulted in more than she bargained for. This forces her in the open arms of Thomas, who teaches her another way to love. Ultimately, she must decide between her new love and her love for family after finding out some devastating truths. Here we go. Chapter 1. It was July 29th, the last day at my university. Many people would have been so excited. I had turned in all the assignments and was on my way to nowhere. The thing about that was, for a little over a year, I had been dreaming of the day when I would reunite with my kids and me. We had been separated all this time, and I decided that after my school studies, which was one of the reasons we were separated, I would get everything together, and that included my family. I'm a 30-year-old mother of two who had struggled throughout my motherhood. I got pregnant with my firstborn, David, when I was completing my first degree in college. My parents owned a little business. Their only wish was that I finish college and hold a career. My mom would always say, "The world is in your hands once you have that education." I couldn't understand why that was so important to her, as she never made it past the 8th grade. And yet she managed to own her own business and take care of a family of 6, with the help of my dad, of course. But the way I grew up, what mom wants, mom gets. And if she wanted me to get an education, by golly, I had no choice. I had an unexplained fear of my mom. I mean, she could be the sweetest person one minute, and then she would just go off the next. I feared her so much that during my last year at college and getting pregnant, I couldn't muster up the courage to tell her. I mean, what would she think? How would she take it? What was the rest of the family gonna think? Most importantly, what was mom gonna think? I had managed to complete school, which I was 3 months shy of completing. 3 months pregnant, and you guessed it, single. David's father jumped ship when he found out that I was pregnant. My parents knew George, that's David's dad, and thought that we made a great couple. George, my mom would say, if I could turn the hands of time, I would have dated a guy like you. Yeah, a fine guy, all right. The fine guy who didn't want to be seen with me after we spoke about me being pregnant. George, will you please return my call? Were the voice messages I would leave on the cell phone. No response at all. I remember once I heard his mom in the background when I called his house. I think you should both get married. She had answered the phone when I called and decided to play the responsible role and had her say, "No, Ma," he shouted. "I can't be tied down to this right now. And furthermore, tune in again in the next chapter when you find out how she breaks the news to her mom about being pregnant." My name is Keisha Lewis. They call me Pretty Lady. I'll catch you on the next chapter. And remember this. Life is filled with mistakes of all kinds. How you deal with them is what makes the difference. Peace.